Hello everyone, it is Stens again. We are going to have an exciting episode today, where we will be picking up our 4th Wand of Swiftness. We want a 4th wand for this, mostly because if I get a spell refresher, I'm going to want to use that for extra storage. So there's nothing wrong with using a 4th Wand of Swiftness. But to take advantage of that, let's head back to the first world. After we pick up some of this cash, we're going to need plenty of money for what we intend to do here. We're going to be buying a spell refresher. Before we pick that up, we'll just pick up some extra cash that happens to be sitting around here. It seems to be all over the place. Okay. You don't need to get all of this. Money's money's money. It's all easy come, easy go. That being said, I see a little bit of it, and I just can't help myself. I'm sure we already looked at this wand. Nothing there. Alright, so we're going to port back home. This should take us to the... I believe we're at the Temple of the Art in the main world. So in order for us to get that 4th wand, we're going to need to head up here and go back to a parallel world. A very specific parallel world. I think that there will be a Wand of Swiftness in the first parallel world to the west. And that's probably going to be the closest. As long as we have enough stuff to reasonably levitate where we need to go. You know, it doesn't hurt to make sure that we didn't miss anything over here as well. Chances are we picked up everything we need. So it'll take a little bit to get where we want to go, but it is not unreasonable. And then the fastest way to get back will probably just be to continue from there. I'm looking at this pond in case there was some health in there. Sometimes you find them tucked away in those little holes. Okay, passing through the jungle. Alright, we already drained that one, because I'm like, if there's water anywhere, we may want to drink a little more concentrated mana. I think the level above is going to be that level for us. Okay, up is up is up, we say. Expecting to see a level full of concentrated mana up here. This is where it was before, and it's still there, so it wouldn't hurt for us to have a little drinky poo. Get this up to a few more 1,000 seconds. Consuming all this. I wonder if we poured this in the ocean, what would happen? The lake, rather. I wonder if the whole thing would convert. I feel like that might not work the way I want it to. Ooh. Gotta have the bottle out to fill it up. This is a pretty big pod, so let's get this whole thing chugged up. Fastest way to drink is through a bottle. Alright, just a little more. Even though we're up to 6,000 sub-seconds. Once we end up going to hell, there won't be any source of water in there, so we want to make sure we have all the concentrated mana we're ever going to need. And we're up into the mines. Really won't take us that long to get where we need to go. And yeah, that 4th Wand of Swiftness is going to free up a lot of slots for carrying stuff around. Plus, before we do a New Game Plus, I have the feeling that the tower doesn't exist in New Game Plus. Like, if we don't do the tower now in main game, it's not happening. And if we're going to go for a really high orb victory, then we are going to need all of this stuff. Well, that's just some painful acid. I like, hit the guy, and jumped right into the acid. I love how the background is just gone on everything. Just strange interaction. Hopefully that will be... Even my achievement pillars disappeared. Really bizarre. Could have been from crashing earlier? So, not sure if that had something to do with it. I did have one hard crash. And the long march. Our teleport wand is still leaving a lot to be desired. Just without that reduced lifetime on the bolt itself. It is shooting way too far and being far too slow. We like a teleport wand that casts teleport quickly and quickly expires and quickly moves Noita guy, because we want to be able to kind of spam it. This is anything but spammable. Like, look at that. Like, see, and when it doesn't even hit anything, it just sort of dissipates on its own. Nothing happens. Okay, I hurt the animals, so something evil appears. I did not mean to hit him, but I guess the teleport wand does damage, or it could have been my rage-filled levitation. Either way, since this is probably the last time we'll be heading this way, and the fact that we are breathless, we should be able to just go through here without messing around with ambrosia. That is my theory, because we're just going to use the heal to cut through the curse. Now we're going to take a ton of damage. I know. Okay, and we're fine. Nothing to worry about. Heading into the overworld here. We definitely want to make sure that we don't get jumped by something evil. But get me out of here. This is good. We are trying to get to the pyramid, because, as we know, below the pyramid is the tower. And also below the pyramid is an orb of true knowledge. Now, we can't get to 11. 11's the 11 orb victory. We need, in order to new game plus, we need to end at below 11, so 10 or less. So we found the pyramid. Whoa-ho! Someone launching stuff? What's going on up here? Somebody with a wand doing weird things? Should be plenty of, Now if I use this too, we should be looking at some blood money. It doesn't seem to be giving me as much blood money as I want, so something went wrong with my wand that I made. This could be a decent place to pull some money out. Like I said, we're going to be getting plenty of orbs in the New Game Plus area. So our hit points should be going way up. And plenty of new perks is the other thing to really be looking forward to, which is going to be ideally like lots of greed. My assumption is if we head to the right, we will find the orb of forbidden knowledge over here, and it will still keep us below 10. Once we head to hell, this was not it. There we go. Some bombs everywhere. Okay. There should be an orb around here. I just have gone, I'm a little bit off from wherever it is. There it is. It's going to be an orb. This is what we wanted. So this is forbidden knowledge, so it's going to hurt. No problems. Just heal right on through. And if I understand correctly, drilling right around here should be more than enough. Heal up. Question becomes, will dousing myself in a little bit of ambrosia make this safer? I think it will. I can even get it on me. There's some, 10%. 11, 20, or 54. Okay, nice and safely passing through. Our wand of swiftness should be waiting for us right over here. There it is. Some ghosty stuff. Okay. So, we drop the explosion wand. We start moving everything into this. And we flip these around so that the teleport is down here. And now we have a fourth wand of swiftness. So look at all these slots and all this great things. We had to throw out that, wouldn't be needing that anymore. And this should take us back to the main world. Yeah, so we're right above. It's a great way to get back. Hopefully this isn't the regular overworld. I mean, this hopefully isn't a parallel world. I don't know. I'm assuming this is the first world. And if it isn't, if it is a parallel world, we'll just pop in a portal and we'll be able to see right through everything. Yeah, there we go. So what's next in this episode, you might be asking? We just needed to get that fourth wand so that we had some more room to do different things. Doesn't hurt to put some silliness in here, like another ghost. Just to free up some room, because we are definitely going to be looking for the wand refresher from the Hell Shop. $6,000 seconds. Do we think that's more than enough for what we're trying to do? I think so. Now, did we get the orb out of here? Which will put us to 9. First of all, what's in this? Tons of triplicate bolts. Not sure that we actually explored this side. Yeah, look at that. There's probably an orb in here, guys. Magical temple? Make sure we don't get polymorphed by anything horrible. I say there is an orb over here. Come on, you're supposed to have avoiding arc. Ah, I might have had heart. No. Okay, a couple of dead wands over here. Okay, this will put us to orb number 9. And then we will be able, we're only going to be able to hold one more orb before we do our New Game Plus. Because if we want, like, to do, say, a 33 orb victory, it has to be a New Game Plus by a minimum. And that seems to be kind of about the extent of what I'm willing to accomplish in this, rather than explore a bunch of secrets. I mean, we could do that. We could also die in the middle of doing that, but that, you know, such risk versus reward. We want to unlock new achievement pillars, which we can't even see my achievement pillars right now. Oh, hello. Can we drink this? This is a very dead-looking worm here. Juice this. Didn't do... kind of deleted a lot of it, looks like my shotgun did, but either way, we don't need to drill here. I just like the extra vision that I get from Word Blood. So, the plan now is to keep heading down, because one thing we haven't explored is the Temple of the Art. And it's because we a lot of times like to avoid that. Lots can go wrong in there. There are mages that make your game be over. However, we could be finding the ones that we need. Spells that we need. You know, what if it has reduced lifetime? What if it has certain other spells we're hurting for? There is the polymorph guy, so let's get rid of that. Right on cue. Alright, down to the vault. Yeah, our last orb is really going to be Hell, because we want Hell Shop anyway. Hell Shop is nice and convenient, and we have all the stuff to really pull some decent fundage out of Hell, thanks to our exploding thing and the fact that we have lava to blood. None of this would work without lava to blood, of course. So, go ahead and convert this. Have a little drink. Fortunately, this thing is on us. And we're through. So, we have to be on our best behavior in here. Lots can go wrong in here. However, ooh, see, like, for example, this thing will kill us. And he's immune to explosion, apparently. Oh. Apparently my triplicate bolt is just kind of cutting through him, so... Wow, I guess we're a little bit higher tier than I had thought. Let's get all this money then. I'm just going to kind of run around in here to see if we can Earthquake Wand. That could be very deadly. Trying to keep my heal up. Almost stuck by the thing. Cursed guy is bad. So yeah, I hit the Earthquake trap. That was probably not the smartest move. But the money that is coming from here is impressive. Swapper. Nothing's messed up. Okay. Health is of course necessary. I think, you know, a little peel on the onion and the Temple of the Art would be good for our character. Really good spells can appear here and not anywhere else. It's a big zone, too. Find the curse, get rid of it. I call them curses, but they're basically traps. That's probably not accurate, the way I've worded it. Ooh, that's a mage. Did he hit me with heart? No. He could have. Hearing what sounds like polymorphing. Okay, what's in this fungal soil? Okay. Yeah, we're just mostly seeing if there's any kind of wands that are going to be speaking to us, picking up the money from here. Okay. Interesting, but no need for that. Swapper craziness. Nukes aplenty. This is awesome, by the way, but I'm not a big nuke guy. Nuke results in problems. There's a polymorpher with a curse guarding him over there. Get rid of that. I might slip over here and see if I can eat this guy. Yeah, I did eat his body, so we have 100 and some seconds of anti-polymorph. Always do that if you can. If I kill the master, I'm gonna eat him, so that if I get a minute or two of nothing bad happening. I believe it affects everything. Can't be polymorphed at all, including falling into liquid or any of that other nonsense. Like, let's not forget to use our number 3 wand, because it goes kaboom. It goes bang. Okay. And the trick blood money. I mean, one thing we're doing here is getting paid. There's also going to be another perk at the final one, the workshop. Woo, that's a lot of polymorph blood. I mean, not polymorph blood, that was teleport blood. Still, we don't want to touch that. Could send us into lava that we don't like. Something is wounding us, and that looks like chaotic something up there. There's another stinky guy. Eating, eating, eating. Okay, 139 seconds, there's his body. Give me that. 180 seconds of anti-polymorph. Stinky meat for the win. Unstable polymorphine, for example, is something that would ruin our game. And we're back at the top. But we're being teleported around with... Jesus. Excuse me. I think that I'm being swappered because of this levitation thing. This levitation thing is technically dangerous, in my opinion. These things are homing around. They're hitting swappers when I don't want them to be. And problems are ensuing. Under 21k though, I mean the money is green. I should say yellow, boom boom, but little cursey. Ooh, earthquake can hurt. But we just heal it up. Just hoping to find some more stuff. Boom boom boom. Good. What do you got in here for me? Well, that's some heck of a high recharge. However, with only the slots that we have in there of 10, we won't be able to take tremendous advantage of this, unless the reload is so high that we can just put a bunch of. Look at that 28% spread. Crazy wand, by the way. I mean, if we didn't have a bunch of wands of swiftness, it would probably be better. That's some very high reload. Or mana recharge. I'm anxious to see what the final perk will be, too. There's a polymorph guy who almost hit us after being swapped. See, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, this guy should have dropped stinky meat. Yeah, it landed in the lava. Not sure we gotta eat of it. Well, we're at 72 seconds left of stinky meat, so... This looks like another one. Yeah, 150. There was one that we killed over here. Okay. Nothing to write home about in this wand. 192 on the meat buff. Gotta take advantage of that while we can. Alright, health. Never a bad thing. That's gonna put off an earthquake. Yeah, so the Temple of Art was a little easier than we thought it would be. I thought we were going to have some issues down here. Really, we've been staying on top of things. Teleport juice, gotta get out, gotta get out. So much, buddy. 130k we're up to. It's like the gold, only faster. And once we have more and more greed, it will get even better. What's in this potion? Worm pheromone? Fine. Whatever you want. Alright, we're all the way to the right. That's good. Give us some frame of reference for where we are. This will lead us over to the wizard tower through this hole. this has something to do with the end of everything. Don't know much about that, but there was a patch related to it a couple years ago. There's our thing. Hey, it add mana. Hold on that. Is there also a drill on here? No. But bomb cart. Bomb cart feels like it's more explosive. Oh. He's hitting me? Okay. I just wanted bomb cart. Possibly crystal. Dormant crystal with trigger. This sounds kind of cool to me. I don't know what that thing does, but we don't need that. Okay. Dormant crystal. Just different kinds of explosions. Looks cool to me. There's now like bomb wand in here. I mean, not a bomb wand, but a cart. I think is kind of cool. Good. Now, when we head down this way, we'll be getting closer to the very bottom. And this is where we would port to get our final perk. It might not hurt to go quick do that. You can always come right back up after we grab it. Let's see what's here. Heal, sure. Anything good for sale. Okay. There is an exploding box in this one, so we might spend the 2k on that. And... huh. Lots of stuff. Extra health. Concentrated spells. When an enemy... every time an enemy near you dies, you release mana recharging liquid, which could be pretty cool. I would like 50% more health. Something that is going to automatically help us. And now, it's time to do a little bit of wand experimenting. So first things first, let's drink this, stay ahead of stuff. Because we want that ninth orb will be done down here. And then we're also going to find a hell shop along, I think it's on either the left or the right side, or both, where we will hope to purchase Wand Refresher and free up some more room down here. But in order to do that, we need to make a few changes, which is most notably, even with all this consumed, we are going to start to run out of mana, just cutting through this. And with our Lava to Blood. Frame rate drop, not sure why. Excessive frame rate drop. Oh my. Stepping away a little bit, see if the frame rate will right itself. But this is how we basically get through it. If we put Lava to Blood on our drill, then this kind of weirdness happens. Like, this is quite slow. Like, crashingly slow. Is right. It's just the engine slowing down, but the rest of my thing is absolutely fine. Can I port down through this, get through any of this? Yeah. Once everything settles. This is crazy. Let's use it in short, controlled bursts then. Straight down. This is very bizarre. Okay. Short bursts, Stens. It's a little bit acting a little crazy. So there is an orb in here. It'll be a regular orb because we're in regular hell. There we go. Come on. We can do it. Wow. I've never seen anything like this. Why we're slowing down like this. It's something to do with the water mechanics, I'm gonna say. Yeah, I didn't really like trying to calculate this. Now soon hell should be appearing. And we should be able to kill whatever with this drill, and it will also be converting all of the lava to blood, so we don't have to worry about cooking while we're down here. These things will be generating lots of blood or mana. Or lava. Okay. I'm just going to try to cast it a little bit more chill-like, because it certainly is being rough on the frame rate. All that blood barreling down into hell. Nice and easy like though. Now, if I recall correctly, we should be able to find an Orb of True Knowledge somewhere kind of in the middle / right of just the main hell biome. And examining why this is not working would be really good to figure out, because as of now, this wand is causing some slowdowns that are a little bit... Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Something in this interaction is a little funky. Either way, we're going to get through hell. And we're also going to find that the shop. So, short burst stents. Now if we use the shotgun, it's a little bit... The damage is still fine, and the... Ow. We do have that extra health, though, after what we picked up, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. Finding the orb in here can be a bit hard to do. Especially with this kind of frame rate. Ooh, this thing is tough. You know, one way to look at it is it's like, you know, the bad frame rate is like slowing down the engine helps me. So let's just tap it. Tap the spell, keep the engine clean. That's my plan to get through this. Plenty of money, too. But one of these days while we're passing through here, we're going to find an orb of true knowledge. And it will be our last orb that we need for this iteration. Orb of true knowledge, plus then buy the wand refresher or some other like divide by spell. Whatever we want to spend it on. Multicast would be good. Free up room for all sorts of other stuff. If we get all the way to the left, we'll know we are in where we want to be. Because the left side is going to be where we're going to descend, I want to say. We haven't been using our third wand very much. Ah, this thing. I hear the orb. But we found it. It's above us, in fact. I can tunnel up to it. I don't need to go through this. But yeah, the more we put lava to blood on it, the more it slows down. It seems to be an interaction due to that spell. Wow. And there's our 10th orb. And now our last bit of business is to head all the way to the left, find the wall over here while we're picking up the money. Let's see what happens when we use our... Something is shooting at us. Try using this. Ooh, it doesn't really work in here. Kind of just blew up on me and did nothing. Whatever, grab the coins. Same old song and dance. At some point on the left side here, what's going to happen is we're going to see a solid rock wall. And then we'll know that if we fall from there, we eventually, after a long fall, mind you, we'll be falling for a while, we will find a shop that will have Greek letters. It will have that coveted wand refresher that we're needing for ow. For all that, grab all the money. Wand refresher that we're going to want for, like I said, freeing up room, just so we can carry more stuff. I mean, it sounds silly to be like, why is space such an issue? It's an issue. Not quite there yet, though. It's bound to come up. I mean, I don't know how far we have to go, but we navigate by kind of landmark in this game. So at some point, there's a wall. Only this lava to blood thing didn't slow us down so much. Ow. I love when they get hit with my heal, because it like homes toward them. Here's that wall we were speaking of. We found it. So we can now start drilling down. Albeit slowly. Little bit at a time. I wonder why this is slowing down. It feels like it's directly related to lava to blood. And don't need to drill all of this. And there we go. Here we begin our fall. It's a log fall, mind you. Falling into hell. This should be a work. It is. L shop discovered. What's this? Liquid Berserkium? Okay. Add trigger. Question mark spell. Divide by. Divide by 3 might be an important one to have. One of these that are like cast every other spell can be pretty cool. First and foremost, we find wand refresher, so we have the room. Start storing all sorts of other things. I'm a hoarder, so another thing here is that Moo ends up being pretty decent. I think that casts every other spell. Get away from all this. I don't want to land in that polymorph. Moo says every modifier type spell is applied to a projectile. So not exactly what we needed, but we had the money to buy one. I couldn't quite remember what Greek letter does what. That's lava. That is lava. We're okay. We didn't find a wand refresher yet. I know I saw one in the sky. That could be the multi-spell that we needed for our drill to free up some extra room in it. If this is what I think it is, it will say cast all spells. Left in the wand. Octuple spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. It drains the mana pretty good with that 30 multicast, but if we take this thing off too, then we have to chuck stuff. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we only needed a 5-way spell. Okay. Looking okay. Still down 1 wand refresher. These spells are 30k a pop. So we have to search for a while. If we don't find one in this shop, we will have to look in a different shop, which is on the right side of the map, and that's going to take a while to go find. Yeah, this looks to be the bottom of that shop. So, let's explore the whole thing. Yeah, that's it. End of everything, probably? Touch of oil? Touch of spirits? Nuke orbit? Yikes. So much polymorph stuff that I get a little concerned. This one is known as Omega. Could this be a bit of what we needed? Cast a copy of every other spell in the wand. Okay. That's a big one. That is the big one. Not Moo, but they all blow up with that? Yeah, it does work. Okay. It worked. It was cool. Be a little dangerous. I mean, there's so much polymorph around here, we could run into major issues. Octuple spell again? Wow. No wand refresher. Like that really happened? Double check again, but I saw nothing. If that really is the case, we have the other side to go find. And it looks like we're going to do that. So, to do it, we'll have to climb back up along this wall. That's okay, because we have about 15 minutes left of this episode. It should be more than enough time to find it, and we'll do New Game Plus next time. But as it stands now, Hell Shops are the answer to what we need, because check out this thing now. This thing is shooting so much stuff. Casting a copy of everything. Now, the recharge on it is ridiculous, but it's not running out of mana when I do it either. Yeah, it uses a ton of its mana, but our explosion wand just got pretty much crazy. So, how would we know how to get over to the right side? Well, what we're going to do is, out of safety, so we have something to hold on to, we're going to travel from basically the very bottom. And I'm going to head straight over, using all these little nooks and crannies to get through it, without having to really press. This looks like all snow down here. Hell, it's frozen over slightly. Sorry, I didn't complete that thought. Lost my train of thought. So I was like, why is it snowy? Am I in the ice biome? No. It'll just take a little while to travel along this side, because it can be a little wide. Make sure we have the money, too. Ooh, I was like, did I just shoot myself into polymorph? Now, we shouldn't be seeing any polymorph up here, based on the kind of mobs that I believe exist in Hell. Seems to be a lot of just lava-based guys, a couple different things, a worm. Something is certainly wrong with this, with the drill using lava to blood. So I might be like, okay, well, something like that, and then put lava to blood on up here in this thing. It's definitely affecting the delay. Okay. What if this provides the right lava to blood for us? We can just shoot that at lava and hope that that will be enough to save us. Because I don't like it on the drill. It is slowing us down way too much. Yeah, see, it's converting whatever it hits. We'll just use that. Yeah. Oops. See, it's just whizzing by lava and converting it. Go figure. And here's the fall. Let's head on down, find that shop. Mod refresher, here I come. And we might have fixed our frame rate too by moving it off the drill, because that was just ridiculous. I do not understand. And that's, and that is one of the nuances of Noita that I'm a little bit unfamiliar with. It's like, Why is it that when I try to make certain spells, my frame rate goes to hell? I mean, it drops to... It's not that my computer's bad. It's not a me thing, because the rest of everything's working fine. The engine simply becomes overwhelmed with the game. Considering how much freedom they give you, I'm not complaining on the coding. It's wonderful. It's one of my favorite games of all time. But it's something where, like, you should be aware of what you're making and whether or not the engine can support that. I swear I've put lava to blood in drill wands in the past with no problem. I just don't want to fall too quick and land in a pile of polymorph, so we're kind of tempering our approach down. There we are. This is where we wanted to be. T. T casts something. I don't know what we don't want T. This is a multicast. In a good one. I think we can afford it. So grab this. Divide by 4. Alright, we're able to take the time to understand the divide spells. We'll be able to do something with that a little easier. Add timer is good. It's like this is the only shop. It's just this tiny shop over here. With no refresher. Came all the way here for nothing? Nah, there's got to be another shop further down. This can't be right. This cannot be right. Let's head down a little further. Aha, no, it's a biome. It's a hell biome. Doesn't look like we'll be finding any shop in this. So this might be just the old you don't get refresher. Now, I could, by heading up to the sky. We know we saw it up there. When we went and got our Circle of Vigor. I was recently editing that video. What you guys see is a little bit behind where we're at. And it wouldn't hurt to go get that, just so we can carry stuff. Now, granted, we're talking, that's the other side of the world. That's way up there. But we did not get what we needed down here. Melee curse? What does this do? Weakening curse. That's melee. Hey, you know, a nice divide by is not a bad thing either. I'm telling you though, I wanted wand refresher. And now that's looking like that's not happening. But you know what? We have 7 minutes left in the episode. And while I hate going to the sky for obvious reasons, we know where we saw it. And all we have to do is head back to that shop. It wouldn't take us that long. But that's definitely a next episode thing. We could get that wand refresher, and then we would head down and deal with the salt. So next episode's certainly looking like we're going to be beginning New Game Plus at 10 orbs. I don't know whether we'll fight Coley. Thinking we'll just grab the salt and tell him goodbye. We could shoot at him a little bit and see what it's looking like. I do have 3,500 hit points. If I fire this heal, though, he'll of course heal. So I won't be able to use my natural healing abilities. I don't have enough shields, I think, to really mitigate whatever cannon he's doing, especially at 10. I feel like he's going to have a silly amount of hit points. But we can try Coley. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Our game ends, or we go, okay, and we quickly tell that he's like, that it's not happening. You know, when you start nuking him and it's like, he has 100 billion hit points? Like something dumb. So and having done like a 133 orb victory in my life, I was like, okay. So he has like some number that you would see in like NGU Idle or like Clicker Heroes is his number of hit points. So like jam something in your keyboard and come back tomorrow and you might damage him. Which is another thing about like me, Stens, might be doing it wrong. Because that's not how that's supposed to work. People do it. And they're combining divide by this and that and the other thing to I divide by, and then this happens, and then now I'm hitting for hundreds of thousands per bouncy bolt or per triplicate bolt or some kind of kinetic blast or I don't know. Right? I mean, I've made the kinetic wand before. In a way, this triplicate bolt is like the kinetic blasting wand. It just doesn't use the homing, the accelerative homing. Why? Because I never found accelerative homing. We never got it. So, if I dig here along the top, we will... And remember, there's no lava to blood in this. It's still just a little slow the longer I hold it down. Alright, we're not quite along the top, apparently. This is the little, like, side way along the right. It's because this is guarding a, I believe, a curse. An actual curse, not like a Stens calls it a curse. Because he can't think of a better word for it. And there's our hole out of here. Wonderful. So, L accomplished. Some cool spells bought, but not enough to do anything terrific with. We did get the orb, though. 10th orb is what we wanted. That's just going to help us have the most hit points going into New Game Plus. And seeing how we have a couple minutes left in this episode, we'll use that time to make our way up, because we did not get the... This is a mess in here, by the way. Anytime you do lava and blood, get through here. It gets all wonky. Okay. Thank you, Lava and Blood, for your help. We're now moving on from that. It needs add mana. Or something. What happened over here? This thing is now running out of mana, so we messed with something. There, it just needed another add mana. Solved. Drink this. Get back a little bit of that time. Hopefully my teleport wand still works with all these garbage modifiers at the end. I think it does. This is the harder one to get out of, tunnel-wise. Because you have to go through a much further amount of brickwork to get out of here. To get out of the... Yeah, it's not that bad, though. Not with this drill. Oh, and we're out. We're out, and we know what we want. And that is a wand refresher. We're only going to find in a crazy shop. So, we're on the home stretch, final minute here. Oh, teleport, excuse me. Very dangerous. I'm teleporting everywhere. Please stop with that. Okay. This thing is casting ridiculously fast. Like, this is not... We gotta get rid of the sun here. Yeah. It casts so... I wonder if that's good, though, because it's like every circle of vigor is going off at the same time. So it spams that, and it's just like, blah, 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 I'm like back to full, like extremely quickly. It's like a ridiculous amount of healing, which is good. How much healing is enough? I don't know. Feels like just being able to cast it occasionally is enough. It heals you for so much. Either way, we're getting out of this place. We made it. We made it to the end here, to the top of the Temple Art, and we got there without dying. So this has been a successful run. And we'll end it with a nice top off of our favorite drink. There is some other liquid in here too, so I'm a little bit concerned. I'm going to siphon some of that so as to get rid of this liquid. Concentrated mana. Okay, let's drink it. We lost a good 1,000 seconds on this, so pretty good idea to fill this up. A little anticlimactic, but okay. Next time, let's head up. Let's get that wand refresher so we can pop it in here and store more stuff in it. And just for our future use, because it is important. And then we'll head down to deal with the salt and start our New Game Plus journey. So thank you all for watching. It's been a heck of a what's known as a god run at this point. And I hope that you help the channel grow by liking and subscribing, and I will be back with more Noita, more roguelikes, and all sorts of other games in the future. So have a good night.